The Streamer Awards was a disaster. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. The Streamer Awards is definitely one of the most controversial award ceremonies that has happened in 2025. For people that don't know, this is an annual community-driven award which basically celebrates the best streamer of that year, or streamers. I believe it mainly centers around Twitch, but they also include streamers on YouTube and Kick also. On their website, it states, as the first ever streamer-orientated award show, we aim to recognize the best that live streaming platforms have to offer as they continue to grow in popularity and change how people consume entertainment. So on the basis of things, that's actually like a really cool idea. Trying to kind of replicate what the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Grammys, etc. do for those industries. They're basically just trying to bring this over into the creator world. It hasn't been done before. However, I have never seen an award ceremony have the worst reviews ever. This has literally been taken apart by the entire internet at the moment, and every single clip I see from it seems painfully awkward. So in this video, we're going to talk about who created this event, all of the awkward moments that led up to the event, how the actual event people are saying was a disaster. Honestly, I can't wait for you to see some of the clips from this. And we're also going to cover all of the fallout that happened after. So to begin with, the Streamer Awards was created by Cutie Cinderella. She's a huge streamer in her own right. Her content centers around gaming, she does bacon content, and I think she does like IRL chat streams as well. She's also known for, you know, like putting on these big events like the Streamer Awards and various other ones. Like, she's no stranger to like a big production. However, the Streamer Awards is definitely up there with one of her, you know, most critiqued events. The drama kind of started circulating around this event where people, and especially fellow streamers, were saying that the event is rigged before it even took place. Huge live streamers were coming out and saying that basically the only people that are going to win these awards are friends of Cutie. That's short for Cutie Cinderella, by the way. I will be referring to her as that during this video. And that makes it biased in some way. Some people have also argued that the streamers that are possibly a little bit more controversial, they won't be able to get nominated for awards because it might be, you know, kind of hurting the brands that are supporting the event. I think that criticism was mainly coming from creators that stream on platforms such as Kick and Rumble, where a lot more controversial streamers do seem to kind of cohabit on those kind of platforms, normally because they've been banned off Twitch. Here's some creators reacting to the whole nomination process.
I traveled around the country. I IRL stream around 150 hours a month, and I didn't get nominated for IRL streamer or reality streamer. I'm blackballed. I'm blackballed. I'm blackballed.
Bro, like every single time I see a clip from a streamer, why do they always seem to be screaming? Like, what is it over there when you click the live stream button instead of the record button? Does that mean that you need to scream? I have no idea why this is a trend with live streamers. But as you can see, I believe this guy's called Lacey. He's very annoyed because he feels like he put in loads of work this year and he wasn't even nominated for Best IRL Streamer. In his own words, he's kind of saying it's because he's controversial in some way, or he's blackballed for some reason, even though there might have been other people. I do think particularly with streaming and content creation, it's very difficult to kind of have an award ceremony for it because there's so many different niches within a niche. Like, you can be really niche and be really big and nobody will really know about you. It's very difficult to kind of keep everyone happy.
Now this is where we gotta stop it. This is where the line has been drawn.
We might just be delusional, but how do we not get nominated for this? After everybody on the list,
bro,
this is all my fuck everybody on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
But stream, when I think stream duo, I'm thinking actual stream duos, not two streamers who collab on content.
That should have been another award. That should have been the Collab of the Year award or something.
Completely different.
I feel like that is a fair kind of point. You know, I don't really know if these guys that are nominated are actual duos on streams, but if that's the case, then I feel like they've got a point there. And it's also difficult because these guys are called Zias, and they definitely operate in a total different niche to what Cutie Cinderella and like her kind of fan base would. This is what I mean by it's very difficult to kind of include every single like audience niche in just one ceremony.
I've read so many things about the rigging and the friends and the LA and it's only Twitch. All of that may be true. I don't know. We're never gonna know. A large majority of you voted for us. We promoted this thing for weeks on end. When it comes to that category though, streaming duo of the year, in my humble opinion, that's us. This is what I do with you. We didn't even get nominated. And at the end of the day, it is her award show.
It is kind of difficult, you know? Like, it's very hard. I keep saying it, but not everybody can be streaming duo of the year. You know, you might think that you are the best duo, but everyone thinks they're the best duo. I kind of of understand from Zias's point of view where they were saying that, you know, the kind of award doesn't make sense because this is just collab. These two aren't actually like an item together. Now, due to all of this backlash that Cutie had got before the event even had taken place, she actually responded to this on her own live stream.
And yeah, I don't know why this is always a thing that people are confused about every year, because it's been on the same it's been on the website every single year, like consistently. It is 70% fan vote, 30% bot. Or 30%, oh great, 30% panel. Someone in Darkrow in chat typed, "I'm a bot," and then I said that. Oh my god, great.
So like you've just seen there, like it's 70% fan voted, which I imagine is polls that, you know, various audiences can vote for their favourite creator in. And then there's like an independent panel that I don't believe Cutie is actually on because she kind of wants to stay unbiased in it. Now I guess that's up for kind of interpretation whether you think that is a good voting system. I guess it means that, you know, I guess it does kind of eradicate one fan base from just like clearing up all of the awards that their favourite creator is nominated for. But then again, is that really a fair way to vote for it? Because surely the fan favourite in that nominee kind of pool should be the winner. I also saw another clip where she was breaking down in tears because of controversy around a clip that was used around Jason the Ween, who is also a big streamer.
I can't have an expert from every community come and give me the clips, because then you guys would know the nominations. Like, oh my god, I'm not getting hate threads on Jason's community posts. That's like his Twitter comment. Like, Jesus Christ. God. I know, I can't crash out, but it's just like, really? 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 Why are you explaining to us rather than talk to Jason? I have talked to Jason! Jason's not the one that's mad! It's you freaks that are mad for him! Jesus Christ! Like, genuinely. Okay. Thank you, Mac. Oh, it's just so frustrating.
I think this is the downside of being a streamer, is if you can't really take criticism that well, or, you know, like criticism gets to you a lot, like you can't just edit that reaction out, I guess, if this is the way you kind of react to criticism. Like, that's there for everyone to see now and everyone to clown on, as, you know, people do for some reason. I can't really understand why she's going back and forth with these commenters who literally are just trying to wind her up or just trying to kind of get a crash out from her so they can clip it and then make money on TikTok. Like, I've seen a few clips of Cutie Cinderella and she does seem to kind of get very agitated when people don't, you know, kind of just agree with that or kind of get what she means.
Oh my god, you picked one of my favorite pics of me with my eyes closed leaning against the wall. I believe that you were all trying to portray us at our best. Thank you. I just love puzzles. God, I'm doing my best over here. And the store didn't even have Cheerios. I'm just so tired. We're gonna do our real job, which is play fucking video games for a living. Because the one I'm getting off the ship for isn't even my fucking job. God.
Let me know what you think about this, because obviously it's never nice to see someone upset. Like, she's very visibly upset there. You know, this is really affecting her. But I do think this is a sign to possibly, you know, kind of just take a minute, like go out the room, just kind of, you know, gather your thoughts. Or maybe even think, like, are these events even worth it for your mental health? You know, because clearly, you know, it doesn't really seem like you enjoy doing these, or it doesn't seem like you enjoy the reaction to these events. So is this really what you should be doing long term? I think it's just about just kind of taking a breath and just realizing, like, is this actually hurting me or is this helping me? One thing I will say as well, and I don't want this to come across in a bad way or anything, but I do feel like at this point the situation is really getting blown out of proportion. Like, this is the Streamer Awards. In reality, they don't really mean anything, you know? It's not like the Oscars where it's got years of history, or the Grammys. Like, if you win, you know, the best streamer of the year, who gives a really? Or if you don't win it, who cares? If you don't get nominated, who cares? As long as your audience like your videos, that's all that really matters. Why do you need anyone else's opinion to validate you being successful? Like, if there was a YouTuber awards and, I don't know, there was one for, you know, best person to react to Reddit threads, and I didn't get nominated, I'm not going to come on here and go, oh my god, I reacted to every Reddit thread this year that didn't get nominated. Oh, am I the arsehole for being annoyed right now? Am I overreacting because I didn't get nominated? I just think it's a bit much. I think, like, we just need to kind of like have a bit of like ego check and just realize that this isn't that deep. I just think it's a bit, at this point, it's a bit intense for no real reason. Now, obviously, like I've just mentioned, Cutie was receiving hate for, you know, various things around the event before it had even taken place, and she received even more hate when she actually did an interview in the UK with the BBC. Now, I'm just going to read the headline and you can probably tell why this got so much hate. Twitch star Cutie Cinderella says she wishes she never started streaming. Yeah. Thanks, BBC. Right, great title. Right, just wheeling in the people to hate on her right now.
Streaming is one of the worst things you can do as like a people pleaser because you will never please everybody. I didn't know that. So the biggest thing I wish I could do, if I went back and was able to whisper in my ear, would say, don't do it.
Really? Even with all the kind of benefits?
This is my job and it's a very hard one to leave, right? Because I feel guilty. I have an audience. I have success. I have, who am I to throw away this incredible opportunity? And so there's a lot of things that I think about, but it's hard.
Okay, right, you're never, ever, ever gonna get sympathy for being a streamer. Okay, whether you think it's hard, whether you think it's easy, people aren't going to give you sympathy. And in my opinion, rightly so. You get to do a dream job and you get to earn, I think she probably earns millions of pounds, you know, for how big she is. Like, you really, in reality, compared to other people, don't have much to complain with. Other people aren't going to give you sympathy for that, and from their perspective, that is rightly so. I mean, everyone is entitled to feel like their job is hard at times. I imagine being a streamer is very hard at times, you know? Like her saying the biggest thing I would tell myself is don't start streaming. I just don't believe that for 1 second, because it's just like how the world works. If you have such an amazing positive thing, like an amazing thing which, you know, you enjoy and it brings you loads of money, it has to come with an equal negative, otherwise, you know, everything's in balance. It just doesn't work otherwise.
I say it's like death by 1,000 cuts. One paper cut can't kill you, but when you get it again and again and again and again and again, it's hard to stay standing. I just feel too incredibly lucky to walk away from it, even though there are a lot of negatives. But if I could go back and never do it and never experience some of the things that I've experienced because of this job, I do think I would be like a happier person.
But you get that with, like, you know, another job, you know, like it's not just streaming where, you know, you're constantly, or you feel like you're constantly beat down on a daily basis. That's just a lot of jobs in general. At least streaming, you know, you're in the comfort of your own home. Like a lot of people, you know, I don't know, hospitality are actually customer facing and getting this to the face. So again, it's very hard to get sympathy for, you know, being a live streamer and earning, you know, millions of pounds. Now, on to the actual event, the award ceremony, okay? Like, the amount of clips that I have seen from this was so painful. This is what made me want to do this video. Now, when I first went onto the live stream, I was impressed by, like, the venue that it was held in, because when you see live streams, often they're kind of done really low budgetly. Even though the people have loads of money, they kind of just film on a webcam to appear to be more relatable. But they actually went full out and it did look like an award ceremony. However, I didn't actually realise that Cutie would be presenting the entire ceremony herself, which did worry me. Like, I have never seen the awards. I don't know if she's done this previously. She possibly has. But it always worries me when I see a streamer or a creator, YouTuber, become a presenter, because it's a very different skill. Like, talking to a chat or talking to a camera is a lot different to talking to real people on stage. Like, it's a lot different doing a YouTube video and then going doing stand-up comedy. It's two total different skills. And there definitely was a lot of awkward moments from her specifically.
We're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
All right.
Sorry, I just squealed like a streamer there. What? You know that even she felt awkward there because she felt like she had to fill in the laugh. Like, a lot of the time when a host is doing a bit like this, like, such as the Golden Globes is very famed for this. It's like, you know, like Ricky Gervais done it, Chris Rock done it, like we all know the Will Smith slap. They often like roast the audience, and very clearly Cutie has took inspiration from that. But they often just sit in the silence and sit in the awkwardness and make the actual kind of person, you know, they're talking to feel awkward. Whereas you can tell Cutie feels awkward. That's why she's filled it with a laugh. Oh, I don't know the kind of theory behind that joke. I don't know if that guy is like homophobic or something, but that was painful.
Rakai? Question.
Yo.
What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen? Don't answer, it's a test, Rakai! Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it! Take his mic, take his mic. What?
Stop.
Yeah, no, he's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that. All right, extra Emily.
Stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. Please. Please. Cut him. Somebody, please. I definitely think it's a confidence thing. You know, like, I feel like if I had to do this, I would be terrible at it also. You can tell she's not confident in the jokes. That's why she's kind of like, you know, laughing with it and trying to make it funny and make sure people aren't uncomfortable. When the actual point of the joke is to make people feel uncomfortable. What was even worse about that was the two lads' reaction was like... Like, when the people you're making a joke about aren't involved in the joke, that's where it just becomes a little bit painful. Now, when I saw this out of context, I was like, oh my god, what is going on here? But apparently there is some context because the person she was talking to, like, stole flowers or something on stream. So that's what she was relating to. So I guess, like, if you are within this kind of niche streaming community, you will know what she was actually talking about. But you can also understand that when people who aren't in that community pick this information up, they're going to be like, don't know how I feel about this. By the way, some of those clippers that, like, their job is literally just making money off, like, clipping streamers up, they would have been paying mortgages off this night. We would have seen millionaires being built on the back of this award ceremony.
Stay seated as much as possible. Hassan, if you see Sea Dog get up, you can use your remote.
Okay, right? That one obviously is really offensive, but at least that one, I feel like, had a little bit of a punchline to it. It's the little look to the camera, though. The little... Yeah, honestly, I just ate there. For anyone that doesn't know, that is regarding Hassan Piker allegedly using a shock collar on his dog. So, you know, just light stuff. Just, you know, very, very light, easy work here. Nothing deep at all.
So many great streamers here tonight. Let's give it up for Kai Cenat. I want to congratulate Kai for reaching over 1 million subs. Incredible. He just barely beat out Queso, who could only eat 900,000 subs. Yeah.
Like, none of the... What is going on here? Please. I'm on my knees begging this to stop. Whenever I see, like, a comedian or someone on stage bomb, I can't hack it. Like, if I was at the award ceremony, I would have to laugh just so that they didn't feel awkward. I hate awkwardness like this. Basically, that's referring to Queso, and I believe she's basically calling him fat. Obviously saying he would eat sandwiches, I guess. Again, very, like, low-hanging fruit. You know, the people really aren't involved in the joke. The people are the butt of the jokes. Is this anybody that does watch Cutie on a regular? Is this what her normal vibe is like, or is this kind of shocking for her? Because I feel like that does kind of make all the difference. Like, if you've come to expect this from her, this isn't going to be that shocking from you. But if this is out of her normal personality, I can understand why people would be like, what the f*** is going on?
Mafiathon 3 was one of the best events of the entire year, all right? Yeah, we know. My favorite part was when the Jonas Brothers were on. But, you know, Kai, if you needed to hang out with 3 washed-up white guys, you could just go on Lemonade Stand. Isn't that right, Doug? You'll take them.
I don't think that was okay. That was good. That was fine. See, because that's not actually, like, attacking their way or attacking, like, them tasing their dog. That's just like a little kind of light-hearted, like, jab. Like, if the whole event was them kind of jokes, I would be like, oh yeah, okay, this is kind of whatever.
Dan Clancy is here.
That's the Twitch CEO, I believe, guys.
Which is really nice, because I kind of see Dan as a father figure. And just like my real dad, he spends way too much time online hitting on my friends.
The fact that she called out the Twitch CEO, though, right? That she's got balls, I will give her that, right? The person that, you know, basically controls the platform that she's on could just do that to her channel. I respect that, gotta say. People are saying this isn't even Dan Clancy. Is that true? Is that not even him? Bro, that's not even Dan Clancy. They've just pulled some random guy, yo. Why is this event, man?
Ron, could you do me a favor? Could you just name 5 women?
James, Boba, Sakura, Wendy Ortiz.
Give it up! All right.
Wait, did she ask him to name 5 women? Is that some sort of joke? Does he not usually Get with this is the thing. If you're not within, if you're not like on in all the inside jokes within the streaming community, this entire award ceremony is just not for you. I feel like for next year, if they do it again, all they need to do with their jokes is just kind of prelude them with the context for everybody. You know, they can be like, oh, this year this happened. Oh, by the way, can you name 5 women? And then everybody is involved in the joke. But obviously that's a skill that comedians develop over years and years and years, and that's why I'm saying being a streamer is a total different skill to being a stand-up presenter / comedian.
Time to be together tonight. If you didn't know. What? Huh?
Keep talking.
Okay, that was really helpful. Thank you so much. I'm sure Wendy's really happy you did that. Okay. Anyway.
Just
okay.
Speak.
Did I just get one guy to IRL? Are you kidding me?
What did she say? Did she get one guide IRL? What does that even mean? Honestly, right, guys, I can't stand up right now because obviously, you know, I'm going through some kind of medical stuff. Oh, I want to stand up right now. I want to stand up for my rights. I don't even know what they are. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't want to feel like I'm constantly bashing Cutie because she's done an amazing job to, you know, even put this thing on in the first place. I just don't understand why it's going the way it is. Why did she keep trying to have a conversation with this random bloke shouting out? We didn't hear him the first time. I just make a quick jibe like what comedians do on stage. When they get heckled, they just say something straight back. She was ready to just have a conversation with that random bloke, just, you know, just for a couple of minutes while the whole ceremony's taking place.
We added a new category called Best Stream Duo. Yes. With nominees like Arky and Yugi, Sea Dog and Iron Mouse, Agent and Ozempic,
Why? Does everybody hate her? Or is it the jokes? Like, whenever she makes a joke, the whole crowd goes... Now, Cutie's performance, you could argue, was, you know, maybe not to the standard of very, very high presenters, but there is someone, in my opinion, that, you know, was even worse during this ceremony. This person is called Fan, and I believe she is also a huge streamer as well. Her job, I think, was just to kind of, like, do the presenting bits live from the kind of crowd, like, where all the streamers are, get in the midst and kind of ask people questions. But somehow this just turned out to be even more awkward than Cutie.
We've got another record breaker here tonight, too. Kai Sinet. This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you.
I will say, the people could help them out a little bit. You know, you can't just go, oh, good one. Good one, I get it. Yeah, that's what I would do at least. You know, I just, even though they were making a joke at my expense, I'd be like, I don't want them to feel awkward here. I'll take it. But none of the streamers are taking it. Like, none of them. They're just not buying into the whole joke thing.
So, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Oh, I can't anymore. Look what you're doing. It was fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not trying to make out that I'm a stand-up comedian expert, because I'm really, really not. But you can tell these presenters feel awkward saying these things. It's almost like it's not natural to them. Because she was trying to laugh and make it not awkward. Like, afterwards, she turned her back to her. She was laughing. She was looking at other people, being like, oh, hey, this is funny. Like, she's trying to look for validation in other people. Because this isn't what comes natural. But the vibe is just not there.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn this on, turn it on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Here. Do you want to do a joke?
That was even more painful. God! This is like someone is just repeatedly punching me in the balls and not stopping. Please stop! Why is this happening? The tagline for this clip was, that felt like the Will Smith slap on Chris Rock. It genuinely did.
Hassan is here. Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
I mean, haven't we already had a joke about that? Are we just going to keep doing the jokes even though they didn't land the first time? You know, I don't want to... I know I am kind of criticising these people, but they're just clearly out of their comfort zone. You know, and they will learn from this, hopefully, if these are the same people to do it next year. And they will be like, okay, I know the first time I did this, or this time I did this, it didn't go down that well. Next time I can learn. You know, you can only learn by doing it on the job, I guess. So I will take this positive. But Lord, this is rough.
All right, let's keep going this way. The homophobic table. Woo! Or was it misogynistic? I don't remember. Hi. Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple. Hi.
I keep face palming every time. I have no words. I'm just like... It's like I get a little bit of hope. I'm like, okay, right, this one's got a lad. Nah. That's not even a joke. You're just going up the table. Oh, yous are the pricks, aren't you? Yeah, yous are the homophobes and the, like, racist table or whatever. Like, oh, hey, racist table. Hey, homophobic table. What are we talking about? How much we all hate pride? Is that what we're talking about? Misogynistic, homophobic table? Now, this next one's interesting because I believe this is Vanilla Mace and Katie, who were actually friends with Cutie Cinderella. But something happened on a stream where they kind of distanced themselves from them. I don't know too much about it. I just know that they don't no longer kind of see eye to eye at all. I think Cutie did something they didn't agree with.
You guys look amazing. I bumped into Katie today in the dressing room and I was jaw-dropped because of your outfit. And then I turned around in my seat and I saw you and I saw your outfit. Loved your outfit. What do you guys think about the fact that so many streaming communities don't know about TikTok? I feel like
y'all need to get on that. Come on now, download TikTok, guys.
Yeah, like
it's free. It's it's 2025. Come on. Yeah, the App Store, Google Play, whatever you got, download it. Come on.
Oh yeah, you know that like niche app TikTok? Like, what do you think about people that don't know about that? Sorry? What? Oh, okay. This is an ad for TikTok, is it? Oh yeah, like there's this really niche app where basically you just kind of keep scrolling and like new videos come. It's like short form content. We call it TikTok for anyone watching. Why did they get them to say download TikTok? I have no idea. Was that an ad? Or was that just like so excruciatingly awkward and weird?
You want to give a little introduction about yourself as a streamer?
What you mean? What you mean what?
An introduction of yourself as a streamer.
Nigga, I don't really know. Like, I just stream, yeah.
Amazing sales pitch, thank you.
Okay, class. Thank you. I definitely want to check you out right now, my friend. That's great. I just stream. Okay, yeah, fine. That's fine, right? I just YouTube as well.
Could you explain your inspiration for your outfit tonight? It looks familiar for some reason to me. Camera's over there.
Why would it be familiar to you? I don't understand. I mean, I got it in China, but...
Oh, look at that face.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm Chinese. Maybe that's why. It just looks familiar.
Again, what is she trying to say here? I don't understand, fan. Are these jokes so niche that I just don't get it? Is this actually hilarious? Maybe it is. Maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe some chop. By the way, this doesn't take anything away from, I imagine she's an amazing streamer. Like, I imagine Fan got this because of how good she is at streaming. But again, it's just a different skill, you know? And it's almost kind of insulting to think that you can just become a presenter overnight and just kind of do it. Whereas in reality, like, people have worked for years and years and years and years and years to become a really good presenter. And realistically, they should be presenting something like this if you want the event to be, like, actually professional. There was some other awkward moments during this ceremony where somebody had like a Kanye West moment.
Sapphire Award, our 2023 winner, Valkyrie.
Hello. Real quick, y'all. I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
Who the f*** that? Obviously, you know, very reminiscent of when Kanye West, you know, ran on stage with Taylor Swift and said Beyonce had the best music video. This is the thing with streamers, okay? They're all, like, so many of them just seek attention so they can get clipped up. She knows that if she does that, it's going to get clipped up. The entire ecosystem is based around getting clipped up, which means that everybody kind of has to be the main character. And when the entire room is full of main characters, it's going to bring out the worst in people so that they can become the main of all main characters. She actually got dragged out after that. Like, she got kicked out the event, luckily. As you can see here, you know, she's just getting escorted out. Bro, what is this event, man? Honestly. And yeah, besides that, a lot of people called them out for, like, their sloppy production as well.
Hello, everybody. I am honored to present the award for the best sports streamer, which arguably goes to one of the best athletes of this generation. So, let's see the nominees. Maybe.
Bro, I actually, is this like a humiliation ritual? I know that certain like YouTubers or TikTokers do something wrong in their videos so that people comment that something's wrong with it. So then it kind of drives it up the algorithm, just getting promoted more because it's got more interaction. It seems like this event was just all of that. Let's just get everything wrong. Maybe it's genius. Maybe it's playing us all. There's some good streamers, to be fair. They're really quick. It's great that they're into sports.
It's a big category. Come on.
She's trying to save it. It's just keeping us waiting, just on the edge of on the tiptoes here. Oh, so it never actually came up. I guess you have to just pretend, you know, in your mind, just picture who you think could be nominated, and then we'll just go with that. There was loads of occasions in this award ceremony as well, where like they'd say someone's name, like they did with the Twitch CEO, and they'd just put a total different other person like on screen, like it was almost like the cameraman just knew nobody that was there. Like here we see, like that's not Black Boy Max. I know who that is. That's not him. Like you can tell he's like, what? They're like, oh, well, it's over there somewhere. It's on that table somewhere. So they'll point it out. Just put it in that vicinity. They'll work it out. Now, all in all, like, I honestly, when I watched this, I thought this was the first event that Cutie had ever done. It was only when I was researching that I realized that actually she's done many of these. So I was going to give them the grace that are possibly, you know, like you're going to learn from this first one. But I don't really understand where you kind of go from here. And if there will be another one next year, because drastic changes need to be made, especially if you want this to become like a prestigious thing that is going to, you know, stand the test of time and possibly become like an Oscars or a Grammys or something in like 50 years time or 20 years time or whatever, or even like a Golden Globes, you know, something like that. I feel like the idea behind it is really good, but the execution was just absolutely daft.
The Stream Awards was such a disaster, but I think it's just pure proof that we should not give platforms to people that scream on a microphone the loudest. But also, if you're gonna hire someone as a host to ask questions and crack jokes all night, maybe make sure they can crack a joke.
I do agree with that point, unfortunately. I feel like you should get someone in, even like a streamer who has experience of doing this time and time again and has worked that muscle, or just like a professional presenter. Someone that knows how to deal with awkward poses, because it's clear in evidence here that the people that presented this don't know how to deal with awkwardness, and they don't know how to kind of thrive in that environment, and that's fine. One thing I do want to point out though is a lot of people have been using like the awkwardness of Cutie and FanFan as a way to kind of bash women creators and women streamers. I've seen so many tweets saying like, Cutie Cinderella, once again, remind us women aren't funny. And you've got to remember, like, again, I've criticised, you know, especially them two in this, but still, Cutie managed to put on this entire event. Yes, it was a little bit of a disaster, but still the fact that, you know, you can be in a position to do this is incredible. Like, you know, you're so far ahead of other people. And also, it's very, like, misogynistic to say, oh, well, you know, Cutie wasn't funny here, so that means, like, all women aren't funny. Because there is loads, and I mean loads, of guy streamers, guy comedians that are not funny. And that doesn't mean that all guys aren't funny. And that isn't valid criticism of the Streamer Awards. That's basically you just using the Streamer Awards and the failure of it as a way to project your misogyny, which isn't right. And it just kind of takes away from what the actual issue with this event is. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of people are kind of using this to create, like, you know, hatred towards women streamers. And that's just Stupid. But yeah, Donuts, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I covered it as best as I could. There is so much to this situation. It's kind of hard to cover it all. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you do want to see another video from me, I did a video on the most hated father influencer, who is a lot more hated, I'd argue, than the streamers that we've covered in this one. He is called Matt from Matt and Abby. Genuinely, the stuff that is in this video is wild. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.
Cam Kirkham, baby.